How many times have you hit a good golf shot, but it's actually not gone where you want to? One simple reason for it, it could be to do with your aim. Now, a lot of golfers overlook this fact. We could think straight away, I hit a shot, it felt good, but I missed the green or I missed the fairway. So I go and question, what happened in my golf swing? What did I do? Did I not get the club shallow? Did I not have the face pointing right? Was my grip bad? Was I not making an out to in swing or an in to out swing? But we might simply not actually be set up in the right manner, and today's lesson is going to fix that for you. So there's three things that I want you to do every single time you hit a golf shot, regardless of your scratch handicap or you're a new beginner. You've got to do this. The pros do it, and we've got to make sure that we check up on it as well, because if you went to the driving range, we're out on a range here at the moment, but I've not got a range bay. The tee's actually pointing me in a certain direction, but what you would find maybe with a range bay is that you've got a square mat, so all of a sudden you just stand on the mat, you line up to where it's pointing you, and you just hit the ball. You never practice your aim, so when you go out on the golf course, you just stand to it like you would do at the range. And we don't think about what's actually going on from how I align my club face and my body to actually let me aim at my target and hit the desired shot. So as I look down here now, I've got my golf ball here, and then from there, I've got a target that is running through the two bunkers. I've got a flag that I want to hit it over. And the first thing that you've got to try and do, I would always start with your club face, because this is the object that's going to hit the golf ball, and we need to get this looking somewhere near our target. So as I go in now, first things first, I come behind here and I stand behind my golf ball. So I'm aiming towards my target. As I look down, I can draw an imaginary line from my flag all the way down through my golf ball. From there then, as I come into the golf ball, what a lot of people do, sort of look at it and go, oh, the flag's out that way, so that'll sort of do. Yeah, that feels about right. And as we look from this angle here, we know that that isn't right. My body's pointing out to the right hand side, my face was looking a little bit left. It isn't the angle that I should be aiming on there at all. So, face first. And what I want to do, put this little handy little gadget on my club here, and we'll get in close in a second. You obviously won't be carrying one of these round, but it'll just show you how you need to aim the club face. So as I come in, I'm going to pick my target. So I start with the club face. That is tip one. We've got to make sure that that face is aimed first, otherwise it's going to go pretty wrong from here. Tip two then is all about the intermediate target. So as I go through this, as I stand here and I've got flag to ball, I trace my eyes from my flag back down the channel, and as I come in here, about 1 foot to 2 foot in front of me, and I'll just highlight it here with this little stick, there's actually a point that I want to get the club running through here. So there is a bit of a divot that I've made out, that as I come in, and if you come in close here for me, what I can now do is point this club face out towards that cane there. So if we just come around from behind and we look at where that's aiming, straight away it would be glaringly obvious. Something that is a couple of feet in front of me versus 150 yards. If I'm aiming right, I know that's aiming right of my cane there. If I'm aiming left, I know that's aiming left of the cane as well. Here, I can get it looking pretty close to it. So I've chosen that I'm going to aim my club face first. I've aimed it here by picking an intermediate target. So as I go through, I've now built a good solid process. So I've got face, then I'm going to go and align to my intermediate target instead of something that is 150 yards out there. Something that is 2 foot is a lot easier to align to. So club face, down towards my target. I'm just going to knock this down, and then from there it's all about body alignment. And the major mistake that everybody makes is getting their body pointing at their target. Not what we want to do. You may have heard me talk about this before, but we've got to think the train track. So if we had 2 canes here, I've got my club face aim and I've got my body aim. Firstly, in fact, let's make it a little bit more obvious for us. We'll use the small red one for our club face. As I align this in now to my intermediate target, we would have one side of the track. If you're a right-handed golfer, that's the right-hand side of the track. From there then, once I've aimed my club face and it's looking down to my intermediate target and up through towards the flag, I want to build the left-hand side of the track. So I would put this down like so, and as we can see, two canes looking like a train track. What I don't want to do, like I say, that major mistake, I don't want my body pointing at my target, because as we look from this angle, those two canes there, we can see with the lines that have come on, they're going to cross. We don't want that. We want to run them parallel to one another and make sure that they don't hit. So I take my train track like so. I've aimed my face, and from here now, as I address this golf ball, I'm running up towards my target. My body is running parallel, that is about 5 to 10 yards inside, so left of the target for a right-handed golfer, inside that target there. From here, I can, as I set up, draw my eyes up to my target, so my flag in the distance, and then as I glance back down, I'm just running them out over that intermittent target from there. So as I then stand to it, we're up, make a nice swing, and it's gone straight down my target line, all because I was aimed correctly. So don't be that golfer that is making those major mistakes by just sort of wandering into it, not practicing their aim at all. Make sure that you start to aim the club face first, get your intermediate target, then get that body aligned, and from there we're going to see that that isn't going to be the issue with your bad shots. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. If you have, do remember, hit that subscribe button down below. Free lessons, I want you to get better. It's there, just hit it. And I'll see you in the next lesson.